Well, now is when we're going to step back in time for a moment to our own band's past. Recently, Dave Bridges was going through his father's old boxes he had simply packed away years before when his father had died. He came across some old manuscripts, complete with all the band parts. Being curious, Dave investigated, using the clue that one piece held, saying it was carrying a subheading for the Grass Valley Band. When Dave got to the Nevada County Concert Band's website, he couldn't believe it. There was a picture of his father, second row, third from the left, holding a clarinet. That picture is on the front of your program today. Take a look at it. You'll see him there. Well, one thing led to another, and I'm very pleased that we're going to actually premiere this piece after so many years of having it retired. Dave was supposed to be here himself. He and his family were going to drive up. He had a medical emergency. It wasn't too serious, and he's been in the hospital a little bit this week. We're hoping to bring him up maybe next month for our concert. But he did write a whole bunch of things about his father and about the band, and maybe if you read the Union newspaper, you heard some of it. I've invited one of the band members to come and read the bio that Dave was intending to read himself. So Gordon, would you please come to the microphone?
I'll be reading this as though I were the son of the band member that it's written about, and I don't have to do all the editing. He writes, "Good afternoon. My father, B.C. Bridges, was born in 1892 here in Nevada City in a house his father, Edwin D. Bridges, built on Red Dog Road, and now the corner of Bridges Lane, which used to be the driveway to E.D.'s shop and barn. The old granite foundation and granite steps he made to the cellar are still there, I think. Edwin D. was a stonemason and made many monuments to in Pine Grove Cemetery and also granite curbs here in Nevada City. My father was tutored at home by his mother, Anna. She apparently gave him quite a start in music, literature, and art, as well as the 3 R's. She passed away in 1905, and B.C. then went to Nevada City Grammar School from the 5th to the 8th grade. I was told that he played piano for the silent films at the local theater. I did not know if this was a one-time stand or if he did it often. He played clarinet in the Grass Valley Band, and he said the band won first place at the State Fair in Sacramento 3 years in a row. He composed 2 marches and 4 songs of the 1915s and 20s era. I'm not sure when my father moved down to the San Francisco Bay Area. He married my mother, Ina Anderson, who was from Graniteville, California, in 1916 in San Rafael, California. B.C. worked for a short time in Layton's Restaurant in San Francisco and then as a crane operator at the Union Iron Works shipyard in Alameda, California, and also played clarinet in the Union Iron Works band. He later worked for the Alameda Police Department as a patrolman. One time the department had a very important suspect they wanted to photograph, and nobody there knew how to work the big old plate camera. Someone said B.C. Bridges knew about photography, and the chief called in my father. After he took the picture and it turned out so well, the chief asked him if he would like to work inside in the identification department, and B.C. said he would. The department gave him an office with a dark room and a closet that was filled from floor to ceiling with ID cards and old photos. He straightened up the place, set up a file system, and went to work. He got some books on the science of fingerprinting and identification to study for the new job. He was disappointed with the illustrations in the books, as they were very difficult to read and follow as described by the text. When he mastered fingerprinting, he wrote a better book, and when it was published, it became the world's official textbook on fingerprinting. B.C. taught summer courses in criminology at UC Berkeley. He was a consultant for an applied science college in Chicago. He also wrote short stories for a series of magazines, wrote a book of poems, and drew very nice pictures and portraits of people. My father passed away in 1968 in Alameda, California. So now, due to the kindness and work of band director Cheryl Baker in putting this all together, we will hear for the first time the unpublished 1915 march by B.C. Bridges, written when he was just 23 years old. I'm tempted to say, Look out, John Philip Sousa. Thank you very much.
Yeah, let me say just a moment before we go on. That's a rip-roaring piece. It's a really good piece. And, you know, you take a look at some of those old photographs in the museums and around town, and you just don't know what it sounds like. That group on the cover there is only 21 members strong. And if you look through the libraries and the museums, you'll see them sending off the troops at the train stations. You'll be seeing them at the different parades downtown. They were quite a group. That's not an easy piece, and we sure are enjoying having it. I hope you enjoyed it too. We like playing it.